Now, why am I advertising it so much? Also, shut up. Oh my god. The speakers are so loud, it's probably coming in. There's probably an echo coming in. I didn't even advertise the Nintendo Direct stream. What the H? This is so casual, I'm dotting all my I's and crossing my T's as I have hit the stream button, but yeah, well. Why are people yelling at me? Shut up. Alright. Anyone in chat? Oh, shit. Hello. I'm actually going to turn down the, or rather, I'm going to turn on the orange tint. You would never know this, but there's an orange tint over my monitor so that I don't hurt my little baby eyes. Ooh, that's the wrong one. I'm doing it again. I'm back again, gamers. Doing what I used to do several years ago. A stream where I just sit down and draw. Talk and draw. I kind of felt like it. I was thinking, oh, maybe I should do a stream today. But then, like, as soon as I got off my part-timer, I was, like, caught up in a bunch of other stuff just happening at my house. And some chores that I had neglected. That by the time we got here, I was like, I don't want to play a game exactly, and I have work to do, so might as well just stream again. Good timing, just got off work. Welcome! Drawing potion bottles, that's right. What the hell, did you just start streaming? Because the video didn't show up on your channel. I just started streaming, yes, no cause for alarm. I got the push notification on my phone. Either way, I'm here. I'll be back, gotta finish this other video up. Absolutely, I mean, this is all I'm doing. Yeah, these are for a commission that I am doing for a big book. I can't say too much about it, but it's basically it's a, I guess I can say it's like TTRPG-ish, and I'm making a bunch of assets for it. I think I'm at least allowed to say that much, but I can't be too descriptive about what I'm talking about because it is a job. This is going to be the whole stream is me trying to make one fucking circle. Oh, it's been a long BRB. Yeah. I should play Wild Arms at some point. It looks like a game that I might get into. I listen to the music often enough. Skylar, did you see the Nintendo Direct or the Sony Direct or the Sexbox Tweetixty Direct? Were you enlightened? Were you like, I want to buy right now. I want to invest stock in Sony PlayStation. I want to invest in John PlayStation, please. Is this Digimon? Why did I think this was the Chow Garden? I straight up thought this was from the Chow Garden. I'm a friggin' fool. Man, you know, they've been making a lot of Chow Garden-esque games as of late. Me and Davion were going off in Discord. I know you were. That is also why I decided to start streaming, because I didn't want to deal with any of that. And by turning on my stream, it actually disables Discord notifications. And I know what you're thinking is, Hayden, why didn't you just like mute your own server? They let you do that. Like you can choose between 1 to infinity hours for muting your own server. Why didn't you do that? And that's a good question. And I find it's I hate to say it. And this could be my own stubborn, evil, devilish ways. But the more people start to, and by people I mean you people, and I hate to say you people, but you people, the more that you people continue to scree your dismay for that new God of War game, the more I want to appreciate it. There is something so fascinating about the parallels between my Discord's supreme hatred for God of War lol rafflecopter, whatever it's called, and my one friend who's really excited about it. My one friend who's really excited about it, he is propelling me into feeling mildly interested in it. Something I thought was impossible for a while. And no matter what he does, I will never buy the game because it's probably like $80 and it wouldn't work on my computer. However, I'm deeply considering maybe watching the cutscenes. Yeah, during my reaction to the direct, but I also watched other shit too. When I had watched that gameplay showcase, that was like at the tail end of the stream, and I was frankly pretty tired, so I was not sitting through like most of it. But I eventually did go back, and I did watch that gameplay trailer to its fullest with my friend who was excited about it. And honestly, I don't understand what the problem is. Frankly. I look at it and I'm just like, this is like the same kind of dialogue in like fucking Red Dead 2, except they're not cowboys. Is that gonna make people angry? I don't know. I'm like watching the scene and I'm like, this is a decently epic kind of adventure. You know, it's got minotaurs in it. It's got like Egyptian gods and shit. This seems like pretty cool. If I were to, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, all right? And I've gone on a couple of limbs already, and I'll read chat in a second, all right? I'm letting chat kind of, I'm not looking at it just yet. I'm letting it stew a moment while I get my thoughts out. I don't know if the story is enough for me to actually buy it, but we live in the future, and I want to make that perfectly clear to everybody. We live in the future right now, where most games that are story-based, you can just watch on YouTube. And that's probably what I'll do, is I'll just like look it up. I was thinking the other day of like sitting down and finally watching The Last of Us. Not the show, like watching all the cutscenes. Because, man, I don't care about playing the game. It's, I have tried to start that game a couple times, and oh boy, it's rough. But if I'm watching a cutscene, I don't know, like if shit gets boring, I could just like fast forward, right? I'm almost thinking like, ooh, maybe tomorrow, because the house is going to be relatively empty. Maybe I just pour myself a big bowl of Cocoa Puffs, sit down with my beloved cat in 90-degree weather, and just watch all the cutscenes for Last of Us. Finally get it out of my system. Because I really don't know what the story is beyond, like, it's The Walking Dead. It's zombies, you know? You know. Does that also piss people off? All right, let's read chat. Oh, let's start with Skylar first, my favorite guy in the world. The people in your Discord are complaining about Laufey. Laufey, that's it, yeah. Honestly, I think Laufey's combat looks excellent. Really? Hey, I have a second friend that likes Laufey. And the fact that they're bringing in other pantheons of the gods. Yeah. I was, see, Skylar, what was confusing me was that they're still calling it God of War. Like, I'm like, okay, it's... The first game was called God of War because Kratos, like, the whole story of the very first game was that he kills Ares, the Greek god of war, and it's a Greek tragedy. He becomes the god of war at the end. That's supposed to be the cleverness of it. And then God of War 2 and 3 are kind of based around that concept. You know, they continue the story from there. But then when they remade the series and they still called it God of War, I was just like, okay, it's because he's Kratos, I guess. He's the God of War still. We're just in a different mythos, but the story is pretty different from, like, everything that went on with Ares. Whatever, that's fine. When Laufey showed up, I was like, okay, what does this have to do with the God of War if Kratos is, like, barely in it? There are multiple gods of war, though. That's kind of clever. If they utilize that correctly... Like, they actually do something with that, I'd be interested in it. Really gotta go. Please say Squidward backwards. Draw dips. Dupes. Draw dupes. Draw dupes. Are you trying to say draw dicks? Draw dupes? Draw dupes? Am I saying it right? Is that Squidward backwards? God of War Laufey is grasping for a plot convenience and trying to make its story exist. Okay, hold on. Say Squidward backwards. Did I say it right, Ren? Do I win, finally? Sent to the TV dimension, flicks wrist to cue the... No. See, that's Deltarune. That's a different game that's coming out in like 2 weeks. Holy shit. I'm so excited for Chapter 5. I'm sorry. Hey, I spent most of today complaining about my partner... with my partner, excuse me, big difference. Complaining with my partner about how much Disclosure Day pissed us off. We all got a thing. You know what? Look, listen. I have my hatred. I have my impotent hatred for Evangelion. I've talked about it before. But finally, I'm going to sit down with a couple of friends soon. And by soon, I mean like next month. But I'm going to sit down with a couple of friends of mine, and I'm going to watch it with them. And I do this because I want to see if they see it the same way I do. I want to be objective about my criticisms. Because it's the kind of show that bothers me a lot, but I want to see if, like, I'm in the right ballpark here, right? Also, it's important that I watch it with these specific friends because one of them has never seen the show, and the other one has only seen, like, the movies, and what I'm specifically watching is the original TV show. So, I want specifically their take on it as it's happening. Anyways, yada yada. I don't have a problem with the Pantheon. I think it's good to finally expand on this universe, but apparently retroactively, this game makes the first Norse game seem like it has a massive waste of time because apparently Kratos and Atreus spreading Laufey's ashes led her to fucking going to another dimension and having to work her way to Valhalla. I don't know. You know what it kind of reminds me of is when Kratos died and he went to hell in the first and the second and the third game. I almost wonder, like, is that perhaps a reference in some way? That, like, when you die in these mythological games, that they are always going to show you some sort of afterlife. Also, frankly, I don't really see why that's a problem. I think it makes for a good adventure. It's sort of like taking the concept of Kratos escaping the bowels of Hades and making it into a whole game. Sort of like Dante's Inferno, but now we're fucking around with a bunch of members of the Pantheon. Also, that big cube thing wasn't nearly as annoying as you guys made it out to be. That cube was on screen for like 1 frame, and I swear I was hearing like howler monkeys. I was hearing fire snorting out of your noses. I hope you all know that you activated my smoke alarm with how much you hated that adorable little cube man. He has a very soothing voice, I will let you know. Also, they're definitely going to like do something with the fact that the cube has a brain and the rope has a brain, but the sword in the cube does not have a brain. Like, they make a whole deal about the sword. Okay, see ya. Lol, thanks. See you later. Draw dicks. Okay. It kind of sounds like draw dicks, but a Q backwards is a P. So, I understand the joke. To be fair, when making sequels, oh my god, chat. Why? In all fairness, this is oh my god, chat. It's moving so fast. I mentioned Lawler skates, and now everyone is going nuts. To be fair, when making sequels, prequels, etc., to existing franchises, you could argue a lot of them are taking plot conveniences to make events take place. Yeah. Also, the idea that all gods to heaven is neat. I mean, when I found out that they were all gods and gods of war, I'm like, okay, that's a theme. That's a theme that I can actually wrap my head around. Also, right away, they're like already talking about like keeping a promise. They say it like 5 times in the fucking trailer. She has an ice axe wielding warrior when she was alive, and they burned her body in traditional funeral. She should have gone to Valhalla automatically, but apparently Kratos spreading her ashes made her not reach Valhalla. That basically means the plot of the first Norse game, the whole plot was a waste of time. I mean, I didn't play the first game, so... Yeah, but Mario, have you thought, like, I don't care? That is very dismissive of me. At the same time, though, like, I don't know. I could see your point. At the same time, though, I guess it doesn't frustrate me the way that it apparently frustrates you. I just think, like, yeah, that kind of doesn't make sense, but, like, we got to do it so that we can make the plot happen. A game like God of War has done tremendously stupid shit since God of War 1, I think. I've never really held the stories in high regard. And I think what makes me laugh about people's reaction to Laufey is that it's really not that bad at all. But people are, well, some people. Let's be fair, some people. Skylar is pretty optimistic about it. My friend is pretty... I'm gonna throw up on camera. My friend is pretty optimistic about it. But those that dislike it seem to be, like, really upset about it. It's the kind of thing that makes me want to take back some of my prejudice that I had toward The Last of Us Part 2. I remember being as frustrated, or at least sounding as frustrated as some of you sound right now, talking about The Last of Us Part 2. When, to be fair, I never have played it, and I haven't even played the first game, so I don't know how bad it actually gets. I think I just have a real thorn in my side for bummer narratives, but I don't know. Even then, like, they could probably pull through. Maybe once I get to the end of it, I'll be like, okay, this was better than I thought. Since getting through the Walking Dead video game, finally getting through the Walking Dead video game, I've come to appreciate some real bummer-ass stories, so long as there is, like, a theme that I can attach myself to, or characters that I can attach myself to. You know, the little stuff. That being said, there is no excusing Season 2 of The Walking Dead. I don't care who you are. Season 2 of The Walking Dead, the video game, was dog shit. I will hate that forever. And I played it. I played the whole thing. All right. Oh my God. When Team 4-star Nick and Scott watched Dragon Ball GT, then Superhero, the massive car dad, to get their thoughts proper on why they dislike GT more, so Scott could give his thoughts. To be fair, this is the world where seemingly... Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. In fairness, this is the world where seemingly every pantheon is real and intermingle, so some hiccups in what is supposed to happen doesn't sound too off. Yeah. Wasn't already a game for PSP? Was it? I don't know. I didn't play it. I didn't have a PSP. Mario did. Well, no, Mario had a Vita. Did you also have a PSP? We also don't know enough about the full direction of the story. Yeah, it's also like the game isn't out yet, so I don't know. It could pull through. It could really make a show of it. I disagree because a large chunk of time was spent between then and them burning the body in the funeral and them spreading the ashes. If this was time being respected, she would have been involved. I mean, you know, fair enough. Circling back to what Skylar said, maybe they will. See, when God of War for the PlayStation 4, now the PlayStation 5, fuck my life, when the God of War remake first came out, I was confused why he was in the Norse world to begin with. Like, I was kind of hung up on that. Like, okay, wasn't he from Greek mythology, so are just all mythologies real? They never established that in the other games. I didn't get too bent out of shape about it, though. I kept playing the game, and they eventually, you know, made it make sense. So if it really is so integral to the story, perhaps they will explain it. It sounds like you're giving them what is the opposite of the benefit of the doubt? Is there a word for the opposite of the benefit of a doubt? It really sounds like there should be a word for the opposite of the benefit of a doubt. You know? Am I done? Oh, no. Big eyeball. Or no? The line art is never really the most impressive part, I feel. I kind of keep my line art pretty simple. Because where it really shines is in the coloring. So far, I've been making these pieces very colorful. Oh my God, Hayden. Yeah, okay. That's good. Sometimes I get a little antsy drawing, like, you know, a perfect circle. I remember this was a thing in art class, like, draw a perfect circle. It's like, motherfucker, why? Am I in art class or engineering? Why do I need to draw a perfect circle? Also, there's a tool for drawing a perfect circle. Why are you teaching me to draw a perfect circle? I literally make art now part-time as a job, and I don't draw a perfect circle, and I've never learned, and I never will. I just fucking, no, this one's okay, but like, there it is. There it is. Boop. That one's for you out there. You know who you are. Demonetized. Actually, I stopped monetizing my art videos because they pretty much always get demonetized because of the music. But I just don't want to make art in, like, fucking silence. And I don't have any non-copyright music that I don't dislike. Or I have non-copyrighted music that I do like, but it's like, it's not good for background music like this. Yeah. Gorgeous. All right, what are we saying? Extremely OCD when it comes to the plot holes. I mean, so long as we can kind of peel back and just kind of just admit to ourselves it's maybe not that big a deal, but fair enough. I see what you mean. I think it's just doubt. Press X to doubt. Benefit of the doubt is, assuming the worst. Assume the worst. Assume the worst. Assuming the worst. I mean, still sounds correct. There's something sunny. There's something sunny. There's something funny saying back you animals or savages to zombies while you control 3 dogs in a What is this scenario you're creating? There's something funny saying back you animals or savages to zombies while you're controlling 3 dogs in a trench coat. What game are you playing? It sounds like a badass game. I love this description. I love this world you put me in. Is this that thing when they advertise the new Call of Duty and they're like, guys, we got a dog now? My brother has bought every Call of Duty game and he's played them like 2 hours each. And I hope one day he beats one of them. Well, he did beat one of them, I know for sure. And that was Modern Warfare 2. The best one. Except for Modern Warfare 1. That one was also pretty good. Shit, which one was better? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 or 2? For reference, 2 had no Russian, and Modern Warfare 1 had a lot more interesting levels and not just one that was interesting. Damn, that's mean. Nah, Modern Warfare 1 had friggin' it had the nuke. It had the nuke thing, you know? There was a scene where the nuke went off. That was one. That was Modern Warfare 1, yes? See, I played Call of Duty very briefly. I did not give a shit about the multiplayer, like, at all. I think I played it when I visited my cousin. But that was it. That was it. I never really got into, like, multiplayer PC gaming. I am just not competitive in that way. I don't like talking to, like, racists online and navigating their weird insecurities while I'm trying to play a shooty game. I think the closest I ever get is when I play Overwatch occasionally. But yeah, like, multiplayer is really not enticing to me. I think the most enticing multiplayer is when I play, like, Sea of Thieves. That shit's great. I still love Sea of Thieves. Death Road to Canada, baby! And that is Woof. Woof? What? Woof is 3 dogs in a trench coat. Its main ad is showcasing a dog wielding a shotgun, barking and shooting. The original teaser was a parody of a zombie film, and The Last Man Standing was said pug. And it's a pug? Oh. Are you ready for custom seize mode? Now, what is custom in what way? Custom in what way? Mungdal from Chowder. Sometimes I fight off the ladies with a stick. Flashback to fighting his wife, acting like a monster with a twig while shouting, back our stick. I never watched Chowder, but that joke just reminds me of, like, Billy and Mandy. The best cartoon ever next to several others. Oh man, you know what I did last Halloween? I went on YouTube looking for VHS rips, and there's like a 10-hour long block of cable that was recorded, I guess, on a VHS. So I'm talking ads, I'm talking a bunch of Cartoon Network Halloween specials, let me be clear. It was a block of Cartoon Network during Halloween when they were airing a bunch of Halloween movies. And one of them was the Halloween Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, where Pumpkin Jack shows up. And I totally forgot who the voice actor of Pumpkin Jack was. I thought it was the guy that plays Q. Whatever that guy, John Lasseter? No. John Delancey. Yeah, I thought Pumpkin Jack was John Delancey. But then my boyfriend came in clutch, an avid watcher of My Little Pony, and he was like, that sounds fucking nothing like him. And I was like, oh, damn. And it was not him. Pumpkin Jack was voiced by the guy who stole the dinosaur embryo in Jurassic Park, Wayne Knight? It's Wayne Knight. It's totally Wayne Knight. It's a custom games mode getting added to Sea of Thieves where you can custom design spawns, bosses, chests, and world events. Woo! You can even have massive groups of friends in above the 4-player limit. Gotta try that out. The voice actor plays Newman in Seinfeld and Lime in The Among Us show. My favorite show, The Among Us show. Is The Among Us show any good? Is that Among Us show? Is that worth my time? Should I invest stock in The Among Us show? Just in case, it really picks up? Do you think if I watch The Among Us show, I'm a shoo-in for the next, big promotion coming up? Think that'll help my chances? I can't believe this song is from Croc. It sounds like Tomb Raider. It's surprisingly good. Hey, you know what? Like I said before, this is the future. This is the fucking future, okay? Sometimes a show based on a seemingly kind of dumb concept could pull through. This ain't the 2000s anymore, where every single video game movie was awful. That's another thing. I haven't seen the Mario movie yet. The new Mario movie. I just do not have money to go to the theater right now. 10 episodes, I believe. 10 to 15 minutes per episode. Gets better after episode 5. They make you care for these space beans. Oh, blessed. I need to finish Amazing Digital Circus. The finale is this Friday for free on YouTube. Yes. That may be just what I end up doing. They've been doing that a lot lately. Like, big episodes of an anime are now playing in theaters. I remember when I thought that was really cool when Demon Slayer did that. They took like an entire story arc and just made it a movie. I thought that was really cool. I haven't gotten that invested in any other anime movies. I see the idea. Excuse me. I see the idea, though. I see it. You tell people, oh, there's this really cool anime movie that's coming out, but it's a part of this greater anime story. You gotta catch up. right? It incentivizes you. Your friends that have already watched the show are like, dude, we got to get together and do a watch party of Chainsaw Man or whatever because the Chainsaw Man movie is coming up. It is actually ingenious. It's something that wouldn't work back when the only way you watched anime was maybe you caught it on cable or maybe you could buy the DVDs. It's a marketing strategy that would not have worked back then. And so back then when you saw anime movies, they were never doing plot relevant stuff. They were always just trying to entice you into the show in a different way by being like, you know, oh, here's all these characters in this isolated story. They're pretty cool, right? Maybe you should watch the whole show now. You know, it was a little bit more passive. Now they're taking entire sections of the main story of an anime and they're like, hey, why don't you do some homework and watch the whole damn thing so that you can come to the movies, because it's coming to theaters soon, and watch this part of the arc. It's not the worst idea. It is still marketing. It is still marketing. There's no two ways around that. It is still marketing, and it always will be. And it is a little bit of goading to try and get you to start binge watching a show kind of out of peer pressure. But I mean, shit. I kind of get it. I get it. I get the community behind it. I could totally see, like, a bunch of dudes being super hyped for the Chainsaw Man movie, getting together to, like, binge and catch up on the show, and then they all together go to the theater. That's kind of a wholesome time. I dig that. I heard folks were spoiling the finale on Twitter, but because I got hooked into the Among Us show, it literally flooded my feed that I haven't seen much. Oh, you got so hooked on the Among Us show that flooded your feed, and you haven't seen any of the Amazing Digital Circus spoilers. I haven't seen shit, but I'm not as online as others, so I just finished a very rough work week. I'm sorry, Mario. Sheer unadulterated BS of working 6 a.m. to 2:30 in the afternoon. Breaking down pallet deliveries and trying to work around small storage and falling on my back. Aye! Skylar can tell you about that as well. He got a bit of an injury too. Ay. There's quite a few people that are just working their asses off lately. My partner as well is taking a bunch of extra shifts at the thing he does. In fact, this week is going to be fucking crazy for him, so sorry, Mario. I hope that you can get some rest. Rest that back. Ay. Maybe tomorrow I'll do some more Deadly Premonition. I do got the time. Especially now, because I'm getting ahead of the drawing. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, there it is. It's like 90 degrees outside today. Whenever I hear someone says shit, I get reminded of, I didn't do shit. Wait, like a specific quote, or what do you mean? Because when I think of the quote, I didn't do shit, I think of like a few different circumstances, mostly YouTubers. I've been watching some more Lythero. I don't know if any of you heard of him, but he's like a Let's Player. He does these, it's very clever, honestly. He does these like enormous playthroughs where he does a lot of fighting games, I suppose, but he played through all of Sonic 06. He played through all of Shadow the Hedgehog's campaign. He did a couple of Sonic games that I really enjoyed. He did some like Mario mods, but each playthrough is like an hour-long video, and it's super highly edited, condensed down to like the best stuff, and it's still like an hour long. And interspaced between all the little like gameplay shenanigans is animations. He pays artists to come in and animate little segments of the Let's Plays. It's actually really nice. It's nice to see that somebody is supporting those animators that are just out there making kind of, you know, Game Grumps animated-esque stuff. And their playthrough of Sonic 06 was, I don't know, as a fan of Game Grumps, I used to really love Game Grumps, right? Well, I love Game Grumps right now. But we all remember the Sonic 06 playthrough that Game Grumps did and did not finish because John left. Watching Lythero's playthrough where they go through the whole game kind of warmed my heart, just to see like somebody make a really good Let's Play of Sonic 06, you know. Because for the longest time, I think that was the only popular Let's Play of Sonic 06, was the Game Grumps one. And they even had Aaron come in briefly to like voice a character for one of the animations in that video. I recommend it. Lythero, lovely boy from Ireland. What a trooper. Been playing a lot of Crystal. What is that? I'm almost done with it in under 10 hours. Crystal Theaters of Idols. I recognize Theater of Idols. Yeah, I remember you talking to me about it. It does look pretty sick. That horror shooter I mentioned a while back, where your health bar is your gun ammunition. Yep, I gotta give it a try, honestly. The Tim Robinson meme. Wait. Who's Tim Robinson? That sounds so familiar. Oh man, I haven't accomplished shit on this. It's not perfect. There's some things in it that aren't well done, but the overall experience has been to the point of recommending. Fair enough. That's probably how I would describe Bubsy. I am so very proud of that one stream where I just played all of Bubsy. And I have genuinely thought, hey, what if I did some more streams where I just try and play an entire game in one stream? Like, because I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, there's a few games that are kind of short. Not necessarily speedrunning, I guess. Just more like, hey, let's just play an entire game from start to finish. Like, for example, I'm pretty good at Sonic Adventure 2. I think I could beat Sonic Adventure 2 in one long stream, right? That kind of sounds like a fun challenge for me. And I have the feeling that I can totally do it, totally play all of Sonic Adventure 2 in one playthrough. Because one time I was in a call with a friend, and during our call, we talked for so long that I, from start to finish, beat Sonic Adventure 2. And they and I both thought, like, you know, oh, wow, that is super weird. We got through the entire game. That's crazy. Oh, hey, Orville, what's up? Hi, Sarmulate. What did I miss? 4D. Bubsy 4D, specifically. Yeah. I like that game. I really did. I'm glad it's getting positive reviews. I haven't left my fucking review yet. Oh, fuck. I forget everything. Also, Orville, I'm making drawings of potions. I'm doing some cool potion drawings. Did a collab with the Russian Badger, but also my favorite animator who does Monkey Wrench did animation clips for him. Yeah, I think I know what clip you're talking about too. Yeah. It's really nice to see just so many different artists getting in on this. It's so fun. I know he disappeared for a little bit because I guess he got kind of bummed out about the rise of AI, according to him. He didn't go into specifics, but I guess it just kind of was an existential nightmare. And while I don't know the specifics, I get it. I get that, you know. It's been rough for creatives out there to want to continue to, like, make art in a hostile environment that seemingly doesn't want you around. That's the thing too, is that it's like, it's very hard for me to get excited even about the good parts of AI because there's no regulation. There's no guarantee I'm not about to get screwed over. This is a frightening and, like, hostile work environment. And a lot of people are losing, like, jobs over this shit. There is nothing that Disney or anyone else is doing to actually reassure. It's only bad news, it would seem. So, yeah, no. Didn't Hideo Kojima, someone in the Discord, I believe it was Mario, posted that, like, Hideo Kojima had chimed in on his thoughts on AI, and he said something to the effect of, like, it just doesn't work right now. Maybe it will work in the future, but right now, just where AI is, he doesn't want to use it for making video games. And hey, you know, respect. That's the kind of thing where you really gave it some consideration, you thought about it, you tried to be practical, and you just decided, nah, no, this isn't it. This isn't it, coach. Totally radical. Doing good, how about you? Oh man, yeah. AI, aka robot. Yeah. Also, how am I doing? I'm doing swell. The other day, I was watching the new Star Wars show with my friends. That's the fucking what is it? The new Darth Maul show. I think it's called Maul. And I gotta say, I guess there's a lot of Star Wars shows out. I don't really watch all of them because I just it's so much, and some of the subject matters are not interesting to me. But you know, I did watch the Clone Wars. And I did enjoy Maul in the Clone Wars. And yeah, I mean, so far I'm not completely done with the new Maul show, but I don't know, it's been gripping me. It's been holding my interest. I feel like the show is trying really hard to make Maul seem like a good person. Or I don't know about good person exactly, but like, it seems like the show's really preoccupied trying to make Darth Maul seem like, oh, he's reckless and bad, but he might just be what this world needs. And I'm like, look, man, I don't need your bad guy propaganda. I got an earful of that when fucking people were talking about Thanos was right. All right? No. And luckily the show doesn't dwell on that very much. It seems like it's more a suggestion. We do have a main character who's not completely evil. Sorry to all my evil enthusiasts out there. I know that they exist. I know that you're real, that your feelings matter. I get that. I just, you know, don't come in my house. You're not welcome. You are not welcome. This is from Wild? I thought this was from fucking Sam and Max? What was I gonna say? I thought this was from Final Fantasy VII. This is from Wild Arms again. Is Wild Arms the best video game ever? Oh man, that's so good. Someday I'll finish and beat you, Final Fantasy VII, the game that I have started over and over and over again and just never finished. Did you see a clone apart? What? No! The guy who made El Tigre almost went I'm dying on camera. The guy who made El Tigre almost fully went on AI, but was informed how bad it was that he I'm laughing because that's very wholesome. That's very like, you know, guys, this is some really advanced technology. We should be trying to integrate this. This is like a new tool, like digital art, like when things like Photoshop finally came out. Like, guys, let's not be pessimistic about this. Let's try and advance technology for the future. Let's try to make our lives better through technology, right? Smash cut to days later. Guys, I fucked up. Guys, oh no! I didn't know! I don't blame you. I don't blame anyone that like comes at this with a more positive sense of mind. Like, I don't blame you. But what was I saying like not too long ago? I would love to go more all in on the potentials that AI has in a world where it's more regulated, where it's not stealing from everyone, when it's not taking a bunch of jobs away. A friend of mine actually got his art style stolen by an AI engine. He had, or rather he has, a good following on Patreon and is like relatively popular. But someone in like a conversation about him had said, like, you know, oh, I don't care for his commission prices, so I just decided to use AI to make a commission for myself. And lo and behold, it looked like AI, but it was mimicking his art style. So even smaller artists out there, they are not safe. For all I know, people don't commission me exactly for that. I've done a lot more like commercial work, where I work very personally with people. I don't quite have like a Patreon where I do my commissions for all the Patreon members. But if I did, and my art style was more out there in the general public, it'd probably be in an engine too, which is fucked up. I'm going to hit the hay, because now that I don't have to work at 6 a.m. tomorrow, I want a lot of sleep. All right, Night Mario, you're probably already gone, but Night Mario, sleep, damn it. A Clone Apart is a show on YouTube. Oh, really? It just makes me think of that song, A Rift Apart. Sorry, I'm going to have to take back my BRB. My bro really wants to hang out, and I feel like we kind of dig moves ditch him for a YouTube stream. Later, Ren. Have fun with your brother. Family is fantastic. I mean, I don't know how long I'll be streaming either. Probably for the next, like, hour or something. I just want to get all this art done, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that looks fine. That looks fine. You really got to get to a point when you're making art where you just tell yourself, that's fine. This is fine. This is flippin' fine. Whew. And even more Digimon. That's crazy. Digimon was one of those shows, you know, it was just one of those where, like, I grew up with Pokemon. I compared Digimon to Pokemon because it's called fucking Digimon. But fans of Digimon, they are mighty, and they are many. And you talk to a fan of Digimon, they will tell you the craziest shit, because the plots of Digimon are fucking wild. They did have that one Digimon movie that everyone talks about. And I did not see that one either. But it does look pretty good. I don't know, I guess when I look at the Digimon movie, I just think of that other anime movie that kind of, I think it was made by the same art director as the Digimon movie. That was called, like, School Wars, or what am I talking about? You know what I'm talking about. It's not called School Wars, it's called something else. Potions, never mix them like alcohol. Is this an epic beat that I do not know? What the hell was it called? It was called, like, something Wars. There's no way it was called School Wars. Digimon. Oh, okay. You so right. It was called Digimon. Yeah, I see that. Oh, is it Star Wars? No, not Star Wars. Because it was an anime. It was an anime, not Star Wars. I know there were animated Star Wars shorts. I always laugh at the Digimon movie. I get reminded of Angie Anaconda and how that cartoon scared a friend of Tomska when they were kids. Oh, right. And wasn't it Angela Anaconda? Yeah, Angela Anaconda, the, like, ugliest show I've ever seen in my life, was, like, they did, like, a promo with Digimon. Where, like, Mrs. Angela herself digivolves into Angelamon, and I think it's just her dressed up as the main character of the first arc of Digimon. Also, she's big, like, she grew. That's pretty cool. Can't believe that shit. Man, the 2000s were crazy. The two Western cartoons in the 2000s once in a while, they would try and do like a parody of anime, because anime was on the rise in the 2000s. It was going nuts. We were hot off the back of the golden era of anime in the 1980s, which spawned a bunch of fans internationally. And by internationally, I mean relative to Japan, yada yada. The 1990s was like the growth of so many good like anime shows that made it internationally. There were anime shows in the 1980s, but I don't know. I always got the impression that those were more popular in their home country and not so much internationally yet. When the boom of anime happened, I feel like it happened in the mid-90s. That was stuff like Dragon Ball and Pokemon for sure, because Pokemon was a huge international success. All those rumblings had occurred that by the time we hit the 2000s, all the dudes making cartoons in the West were like, oh, anime is a big thing. I can make a joke about anime. Of course I can. I'm a comedian. And it would be like the weirdest shit ever. Just absolute misunderstanding of what made any of that shit good. I'm thinking of like the Fairly Odd Parents when they had the TV special. Sorry, let me rephrase. When they had I think it was an hour-long special Fairly Odd Parents episode where Timmy jumps between a bunch of different TV channel tropes, and it ends with a Dragon Ball tournament in an anime style. It was supposed to be a parody of anime, and they sort of parodied anime. When I was a kid and I saw that special, I was just like, this looks so cool. Like they mimicked the anime style into something really good looking. Like they made the Fairly Odd Parents go from like Hanna-Barbera-esque caricature, Hanna-Barbera-esque minimalism to a sort of Western anime style unto itself. And I remember really digging it. Seeing Vicky and like fucking Piccolo's outfits. Oh my goodness. I was shitting my pants. That was one of those TV specials that I had recorded on a VHS, and I would just watch it over and over and over again. It was that, and it was the Melonhead, or no, Captain Melonhead episode of Ed, Edd n Eddy. I believe so. But yeah, that kid was deemed demonic cartoon, which Tom says he can't blame the mom. This was told in his tier list of when All Stars was used in movies. Wait, was All Stars used in a Digimon movie? Also, yeah, oh my god. Another thing that was popular, I guess maybe more so in the 90s, but the 2000s had plenty of it too. Something else that was real popular was shit being called demonic. We had, we had Doom. Doom was called demonic, which, I guess it's called Doom. Although you're killing the demons. I don't know why that's a problem. Let's see what else. Pokemon was of the devil. That was pretty funny. Actually, I had a friend who couldn't watch Pokemon because it was of the devil and their parents were religious. My parents were not religious. I was very much living outside the all the Christian scare campaigns. I think my mom was worried about violent video games, but I don't know. She never acted upon those fears. She was just sort of like, Hayden, don't you do it. Don't you be a bad guy. Don't you do Columbine 2. Don't you do that shit. And I was like, of course. Yeah. Oh, man. This song just reminds me of my own video when I talked about Symphony of the Night. Oh, and I filmed it with my friend. Ugh. Oh, the memories. Jerma walks in. Oh, the memories. What a wonderful performance he did. Whenever I think of Germa now, my boyfriend has ruined Germa for me. I haven't seen a lot of clips of Germa. I know that he's like an icon, but the most recent clip I have seen of him was when he did that live stream where it was supposed to be like IRL The Sims. And I just remember the sequence where he had a nightmare and he like goes to the toilet and pulls his pants down and like 20 people come out and they all start laughing and pointing at his dick. and he's going like, no, stop. It's like, stop it, stop looking at it. Honestly, what an iconic scene. They should honestly, like, play that scene every Memorial Day. I think it would get everyone, it would raise everyone's spirits. I think that's all that we would need that day. I forget when, but yeah, it was used. The one movie he reviewed that didn't even use All Stars was the football movie, which shown Tomska that the sport is a cult. Football? Interesting. Interesting. I have been shown and convinced that the military is very cult-like. And I definitely see that for sure. For sure. Football, though, I would like to see how that is the case. Parasite Eve. I got up on this monitor here. I got whatever song is playing, and man, that's another game I gotta start. It's crazy how I only played like a little bit of it in one of those streams where I was just doing like a bunch of games, and it really left an impression on me, I must say. Gotta give it another go. Gotta give it another go. I was hooked. It pulled me in and it did not let go. It sounds like funny nightmares. It was funny for everyone except Germa. I got reminded the Among Us VR of Germa playing with Vinny Vinesauce. Oh, that sounds funny. Oh God, is it Lucky Star? Huh? This? No, this is Parasite Eve 2. Go Tigers was the movie that didn't have All Stars, despite IDMB telling him it did. Man. All Stars is... You know what's kind of weird? Is that, that band... What is it? Smash Mouth is like, they've made a couple banger ass songs, but I feel like they're only known for making, like, you know, All Stars, and I feel like they're only known for making All Stars because of Shrek, And I'm like, dude, have you never heard Walking on the Sun? Like, that was a hit. That was a hit, so people probably do know about it. But man, that's like my favorite of All Stars. Also, didn't the singer for All Stars, didn't he pass away? Am I right about that? If so, that's kind of sad. I mean, I know that I just brought it up, unprovoked, nobody asked. Oh man, I miss Mario already. If I had asked, did the singer of Smash Mouth die? He would 100% immediately be like, yes. And here's the proof. Here's the wiki on singer of Smash Mouth. Did you play Raido? No? What is that? I'll share the highlights Vinny, editor, made with Germa VR B-Day stream. Hit me with it. I'll check it out later, of course. Passed away a few months after Tomska posted the... Sam, I love how everything is framed around this Tomska video. I think I'm gonna have to watch it now. Or wait, are you saying that the video was because the guy whose name I don't know, are you saying that Tomska made that video because of his passing? What is his name? That's so embarrassing. How the fuck do I not know his stinking name? I was just talking up Smash Mouth like, oh yeah, that's really great, Walking on the Sun, I love that song. And yet I never learned the singer's name. I know the name of the singer from System of a Down, Serge Tankian. Serge Tankian D's nuts in your mouth. I'm so sorry, Serge. This is the stupidest fucking joke you could have possibly made about Serge Tankian, a brilliant and wonderful musician. Serge Tankian these nuts in your mouth. It's fucking stupid. This is why I will never have that exclusive interview with Serge Tankian. This is why I am never invited to all those big important meetings where musicians talk about their love and their passion, because I absolutely destroyed my own career with Serge Tankian D's nuts in your mouth. Oh no. Oh hell. Oh bother. Oh, Spyro. Oh, Spyro. I am so nostalgic for you, Spyro. Even though I didn't grow up with you, but I made a video about you, so I'm nostalgic. That's how my brain works. No, it predated his death. Predate. Oh. Huh. Well, damn. Huh. Do you think he watched it and that would... Never mind. That's a mean joke. That's a mean joke. Okay. Nah, yeah, but if anyone is a fan of Smash Mouth, I recommend Walking on the Sun. It's a real treat. It's a real keeper. Matter of fact, I think I have randomly sung it on streams before. Just because it's such a banger. It's one of those that has like a really nice theme and a message behind it, but it's also a banger that's like super catchy and like repeatable. I don't know if other people like it the same way that I do. Oh man. And then speaking of music, the Spyro soundtrack, at least for the first game, I can't speak to the other games, but man, that first Spyro soundtrack was real good. Iconic. Okay, okay, and then we're going to put knots over this. No. The story of apprenticed and devil summoner extraordinaire Raido Kuzunoan the 14th returns in this remastered classic. Call upon your demons to solve supernatural mysteries and dispose of the enemies. Oh, right. You brought up Raido before. So it's a video game? I mean, sounds alright, I suppose. I'm reminded, someone made a joke. Oh, someone made a joke with All Stars by having Smash Mouth singer be Dio, and in turn they remixed Holy Diver in the tune of All Stars. Oh my goodness. All Stars has been memed to death. And and that's not even me criticizing. It is funny. I totally get it. It's pretty funny. Hey, look. Don't get me wrong, okay? It's fucking funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. I'm reminded of that one gentleman who always shot his videos from like a really low angle, so you just saw his entire neckbeard. And he was like a pretty talented musician. And he would always label his videos as like, oh, cover of this song, like cover of American Idiot by Green Day or whatever. And then you would turn it on and like the first 15 seconds would be the song, and then it would just slowly fade into fucking All Stars. It was a real Silva Gunner situation. How do we do this? All right, I've got these all set up, so let's just do a little experiment. Delete these. In my head, this makes sense. So let's actually put it into action. Deleting these segments to make it look like the ropes are all tied together. Not exactly, no. Oh, bother. Okay, Oh! Oh! I just blinded myself for a second. Okay! Yeah, there we go. Okay, I got it. Hey there, Floppity. What's good? Welcome, welcome. I think, hey, Floppity, it's been a while since you've been watching one of these streams, or at least commenting on them. How you doing? I sent both videos in the meme channel. I will check them out later. Thank you, Sam. Oh, wait, the playlist is repeating itself. That's why I was like, wait a minute. I mean, I guess, fine, fair. It's been going for an hour and a half. Okay, different one now. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no, that's a keeper. Man, when's the last JRPG I've played? Frig. Like, oh, well, I guess Persona. Sure, yeah. Man, I really was giving, when I first got my Steam Deck, right? Very first time I got my Steam Deck, I was putzing around with emulation. Trying to figure out, oh, how do I get this working, this and that. It took a bit of finessing. I wasn't really sure how to do it. Now, I'm a genius. Now my brain is swollen. Now I know. And emulation is like a breeze on the Steam Deck. But one of the earliest games I picked up and tried to, play through a lot was Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is a great game. It's wonderful. I'd absolutely see why it's the classic that it is. But so I played Chrono Trigger for the first time on the DS port of it years ago. And I'm talking I think it was the original DS got a port of Chrono Trigger. And honestly, that port of Chrono Trigger is really, really good. I like it a lot, and I do recommend it if anyone's if you if you don't want to play the Steam version, which is a lot easier to access, and I think the Steam version is perfectly fine. I don't know if it has any overt issues, though I'm sure some people would disagree. But yeah. Yeah, the first time I played Chrono Trigger ever was on the DS. And I remembered getting quite a ways through, actually. I got to a lot of the major story beats, and then there's always a point where I suddenly get lost. And I'm just like, where the fuck? The game starts to become like too open when it lets you like travel between like multiple different times, and I just suddenly throw my arms up and I'm like, I don't know where the hell I am supposed to go. And then I stop playing. It's kind of a shame because from what I have played of Chrono Trigger, it seems pretty slick. It seems pretty slick. I like it a lot. I like to think that I am a fan of JRPGs to an extent, especially like the much older ones that came out on like Super Nintendo and whatnot. I remember I really enjoyed Illusions of Gaia, if anyone has, played that one. As a matter of fact, back when I had a Let's Play channel that nobody watched, but I had it, and on that channel, I was doing a playthrough of Illusions of Gaia because I was so astounded at how much the game had surprised me. Maybe, now that I have a different kind of Let's Play channel, I suppose, maybe now I could go back and try it again? I don't know. Maybe I should give that game a bit of a test run before I go whole hog into doing a stream playthrough of it. Dradma, no. God, I'm excited for Space Dingus. It's essentially a spiritual sequel and successor to Death Road to Canada, but in space and bigger. I mean, look, it's called Space Dingus. It's gotta be good. You make a show with a title like that, and you're gonna half-ass it? No way. Oh my gosh, what was it called? There was this one show. Renegade Angel. Renegade Angel? Renegade Angel. Yes. I think it's called Renegade Angel. It's the fucking, you would know. It's the show where he goes like, you slumber, a cucumber. That show, I've always seen like clips of it, but I've never really sat down and actually like watched an episode of it. So very frequently, I'm just like, oh right, this was a TV show that was on like, I don't know, Adult Swim or whatever. And so I have often asked myself, like, should I actually finally sit down and just watch an episode, or should I just live off of the clips I've seen? It's a very clippable show, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's the kind of humor that I enjoy. Death Road to Canada. I've been doing its endless run. Also, yes, you slumber, you cucumber. You waffle and hamburger, and I don't want to say nothing else. I can see everything you're going to do, and I know everything you're going to don't. Oh, it's quality. It's just so quality. Everyone, Get behind me to become vehicular hamburger. Xavier, Renegade Angel. That was it. That was it. I was almost correct. Almost. And now I must go forth to become the biggest AIDS spreader there ever was. Oh, man. What the hell game is this? Albert Odyssey? This game has like a fucking dragon man in it. Is this game any good? Hold on. Albert Odyssey. Oh, is this one of those games that's like, yeah, it came out for the Sega Saturn? Is there an English version? Is it short? This game looks awesome. Oh my god. I might have to dig this game up. It has really good music. It's called Albert Odyssey, though, which is not a very inspiring title. Sort of like calling your game John's Quest. Or like The Adventures of Billy. Oh my god. I am honestly pretty close to finishing this. Okay. Where am I at? Oh, I've been streaming for like an hour and a half. That's crazy. You have it on DVD? What? You have Xavier Renegade Angel on They sold DVD copies of Xavier Renegade Angel? Orville, that's crazy town. That's crazy. I don't believe you. That's nuts. Ooh. Do I want to? I might want to, like, actually draw a real snake over this. Oh, I need to finish this. Oh, and then there's you. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Okay. I'm gonna spray gasoline all over my room and then light a big fat match. Okay, okay. Ba, 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 ba. That reminds me, wasn't our Billy from Billy and Mandy the smartest? Was he? Is that a thing? Our Billy? Wait, what do you mean by our Billy? Cause like as you say that, my neurons are activating, and I'm like almost certain I know what you're talking about. Was this like some Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy lore that I'm only vaguely remembering now? Okay, if I take away you... Yes. 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 No. Yes. Oh, hello. Just gonna close you. Like, there was an episode where Grimm traveled to the Shadow World, where it's the opposite, where we see a happy Mandy and a Billy that just spoke seal. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I do remember this. Yes. Yeah, like that, by comparison, the Billy that they have is smarter than the opposite Billy, who is just like somehow even dumber. That is a wonderful joke. That kind of reminds me of, remember that episode of The Simpsons? Where, if you saw The Simpsons growing up, there was that episode where, I think it was like a Treehouse of Horror, where Bart had a long-lost brother who was like this scary goblin version of Bart, who'd been like living in the attic for years and years, and he tried to like kill Bart so that he could take his place. And the episode ended with, I believe, the Bart twin dying, but then it's revealed that the Bart twin was not the evil Bart, and instead just regular Bart was the evil Bart. A funny little conclusion to a funny little show. Oh man. All these obscure animes. Like this one is now called, well, okay, a much more Japanese name. Megami Tensei Gaiden Last Bible 3? The Last Bible? How can it be the Last Bible if it's the third one? Last Bible 3? Also, is that what Megami Tensei Gaiden means? Does that mean Last Bible 3? No, it doesn't. No idea. Oh, his goal was to be one again, showing he made a rat pigeon. That's right, that's right. They were like twins that were separated at birth, like fused twins. And the ugly Bart was trying to like sew each other back together. Right, right. Wasn't that the plot of like Basket Case? This guy had his brother living in a basket case, but his brother was like part of a conjoined twin. So he was just like a head that was connected to his brother at birth. It's a really stupid movie with a really dumb premise, but it's like kind of interesting. It's the kind of thing where it rides off a pretty good monster design, but it doesn't actually make like any sense why these things are happening. There are 3 Bibles? I feel like there's more than 3 Bibles, but those were the last 3 Bibles. So probably cost a lot. Yeah, Basket Case, which had a sequel, which I think the brother had kids? How? It doesn't have a wiener, I think. I wasn't paying close attention when I watched it. Oh my goodness. I just know about Basket Case because of AVGN's Cinemassacre Monster Madness. Which, by the way, man, that was an event in my life. That was an event in mine and probably several people's lives. Sitting down and just seeing all these, like, historical horror classics that I knew nothing about growing up. It's funny, too, because my exposure to a lot of those horror classics was through just guys on YouTube talking about it. But then later on in life, I would make friends with dudes who had already seen these movies, like, just independently because they were horror movie enthusiasts. And so I'd be over here freaking out like, oh my god, have you heard of fucking Basket Case? And then my friends would just be like, yeah, I know. Stupid. Everybody's watched Basket Case, dipshits. It comes free with your fucking house. Or wait, that's... Nah, never mind. What the hell is this? Xenosaga Episode 1, Der Wille Zert Mach? They're just making up games now. This isn't fucking real. This game doesn't even exist. Oh. Misinput. Okay. Am I in the right? Am I doing correct? Am I doing a good boy? Good? Am I good? Goodly? Congratulations. The Three Bibles actually reminds me of the Necronomicon. I assume you mean Necronomicon. Which, fun facts, it's canon and each has a different version of the possessed humans. Wait, so what do you mean? Possessed? Like the Necronomicon is always a different book? Is that what you mean? Are you drawing Skeletor? No. Doing a fantastic job. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've really grown as an artist over the years. I can kind of just draw this stuff and I don't think too hard about it. Unless I hit like a particular roadblock or something, I just kind of go. Especially when it comes to line art, like what I'm doing here. Line art is a skill unto itself, but a lot of what that skill is very utilitarian, just lining up the lines so that the sketch looks cleaner. But thanks, man. Yes, there's technically 3 existing, and each is canon. Like, the first one is the one that awoke in the dead. The second one was, I believe, used in the remake and continuation. And then the third book is used in the other sequel that doesn't have Bruce Campbell. Okay. Yeah, the remake of Evil Dead, I thought was quite good. I had like really low expectations going into it because I really loved Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2. I understand that both the Evil Deads are kind of just the same thing, but they had different vibes. Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2. The remake was crazy, and I really loved it, honestly. Major props to the guy that like remade Evil Dead. And it's just called Evil Dead. I don't remember when it came out exactly. I want to say like maybe mid 2010s. Did it come out in like 2015 or something? Kind of what it feels like. And yeah, that movie was fucking crazy. I really enjoyed it. It was definitely a lot scarier than Evil Dead 2, which was a lot more fun. Well, I guess, except for that business with the tree. But that's, we don't have to get into that. It's why the Deadites have different eyes. The originals are blind-like. The remake and sequel has yellow eyes, and I forgot the sequel type, what the sequel type had, but they were more body horror. Evil Dead 2013, the reboot. Okay, 2013. Gotti. Yeah, no, the reboot was cool. I know that they later made Ash versus the Evil Dead, the TV show. I don't remember if that was any good or not. I just remember it existed, and I think people liked it. I think it was good, ? All I remember is I watched like one episode. and I think I liked it, ? Okay, I kind of see it. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Yeah, it's the correct size. Okay. Ugh. The show was good, just wished it wasn't in Stars, the same way like Among Us show is good, just in Paramount Plus. Psst, just pirate it. Real. Dude, I wasn't ready for you to get so real right now, but real. Perhaps artwork should just be appreciated. And if they're going to gatekeep artwork, then that's their problem? And by they, I mean Paramount Plus? Like, look, maybe I just want to watch my favorite show, The Among Us show. And it's you that's stopping me from watching it? Okay, well, why are you doing that? Because there's ways I can find this show. Just saying. Oh boy. Oh, this one might be a pain. Hey, boss man. Hey. Welcome. I'm just doing a draw. Oh, and my neck is... Oh, man. It ain't tweaking yet, but... Oh, boy. I'm hunched over for a while. Yeah, we are just maxing out here, drawing some stuff. There's some of the other works that I had made. This one is not fully complete yet. Here's this guy, looking pretty slick, I must say. I think this will be my last one for the day once I figure out this chain. Sick stuff. Hell yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'll do another game. But just tonight, I had some work to do. I felt like streaming had been a little while since I had done a stream in general. But it's been a long time since I've done an art stream. So I figure, hey, now's the time. Oh, hey, in relation to the recent Nintendo Direct, You remember how I was complaining so much about like, oh fuck, this game is exclusive to the Switch 2. Oh, this game is exclusive to the Switch 2. God damn, like I just can't friggin' win no matter what. After that stream, my roommate caught wind of that and she informed me, oh dude, don't you know I have a Switch 2? So, if I wanted to, I could potentially stream some Switch 2 games. Potentially. I think I want to do it like this. Yeah. I think that makes more sense in my brainium. Yes. Yes. I was treating it like, no, this is the first one. No. Like, am I crazy? Or is this meant to be like that first Wii Sports Resort? That was for the Switch? That was for the Switch 1. This new Wii Sports Resort, this is the Switch 2. Like, that's the difference? I mean, I guess. I heard a new Miku song. It is very relatable, and it made me feel good about my social anxiety. Aw, well, I mean, that's nice. That reminds me, I saw a fan comic of The Kids Next Door, where Nigel returns to Earth, but as time passes differently in space, he essentially re-meets his friends who are all teenagers. Oh, that's kind of neat. That's a real Lightyear kind of story. Oh no, the stream died. Oh! Stream's good for me again. Okay. Sorry, I was... Also, I'm a tad excited to try out the new demo that's coming tomorrow. Yeah. Is that the demo for Wii Sports Resort, like what I was talking about? Or do I need to repeat that because the stream died? You all heard me, right? I was talking about Wii Sports Resorts. Which, by the way, I love that it's called Wii Sports Resort, even though it's not on the Wii. Like, that's just the official title for it, because Wii Sports was so freaking awesome. Why on earth was it called the Wii? Like, what was the justification for its name? All I can think of is like those really awesome commercials that were like, we would like to play. And the two guys coming in to teach people what real fun looks like. You know how fucking long I was waiting for them to make a version of the we would like to play campaign, but it would be for Rayman 4? And it just never fucking happened. Absolutely unacceptable. Whew, oh my goodness. Alright, I got the chain made. Looking good. Yep. Nah, it's a different game. It's the new Among Us game where it has a story. Oh, demo for the Among Us game. Okay. Oh, the Wii was called that because it's a family-friendly console. Wii Remote, Wii Console. Sure. Okay. Okay. All right. I see it. Okay. Yeah. I see it. That feels like a real, like, Lost in Translation kind of situation. Not the movie, but like the psychology behind a name like that. I get it. I understand it. I'm just sort of like, that sounds sort of weird. Even with the justification, that sounds a little bit weird, but it's whatever. It's whatever. I really enjoyed the Wii. I definitely was one of those gamers, and I think a lot of you probably were too, if you were around my age, where you kind of scoffed at the Wii. Like, you played Wii Sports. You enjoyed yourself. You had genuine fun. But then you also made fun of the Wii in the same breath. And we're all like, oh, it doesn't have any real games on it. Some real manly man games like fucking God of War or whatever. Like there definitely was an attitude around the Wii not being a hardcore gaming console. Now, that being said, I don't know why the fuck I was on my high horse about this, because I loved really silly games for a long time. Yeah, all the dudes that are like nostalgic for that Gears of War trailer and whatnot, like, go off. Absolutely. Like, I love when people are nostalgic for things that they love, especially shit that they like grew up with. Fair enough. All the power to you. Absolutely. But I just wasn't someone that grew up with like an Xbox or a care for the more like cover-based shooters. I was then and am now just a big fan of the more fast-paced shooters, like boomer shooters. Those are what's absolutely up my alley. Oh, man. All right. Wrapping up, I may or may not have forgotten that this thing had a cap on. They told us Rayman 4 who said that? Ubisoft? Did they really say that? They told us Rayman 4 depends on Legends Retold doing well. Now that they have assets, they're just going to use those. Do you play Cthulhu Saved Christmas? No. Is that a good game? Or is this like a bad game that's like, it's funny because it's bad? A game like Cthulhu Saved Christmas kind of just reminds me of like South Park or something. Is it actually good though? God, you know, I feel like this is probably not a controversial statement. I really did enjoy that South Park video game, but only the first one. The fucking, what was it called? Stick of Truth or something? I only really enjoyed that one. I think Fractured But Whole was the next one, and I didn't even bother playing it. I was just like, no, we did this once, and once was enough. Now there I go again, though. Not playing a game, but still having a hard opinion about it. I don't know, I never heard anyone talk about the later South Park games. It really just felt like that first one was good, and then that was kind of it. It plays like a Persona game. See, back when I was a kid, I got that confused. Cthulhu Saves Christmas plays like a Persona game. Okay. Yeah, they told us that. Okay, okay. So maybe a Rayman 4? That's kind of cool. Man, 11 more days till Deltarune. Oh my god. I am excited. Oh, my Steam controller is finally coming in the mail. I don't know if any of you watching right now were there for it when I had my fucking meltdown. Because the first round of Steam controllers was kind of a mess. People that were trying to buy the controllers, like, the day that they were available. Some people got the controllers. Other people did not get the controllers. I did not get a controller, but Steam did have a nice contingency plan. They basically put in, like, a reservation system where you could go in, put in your information, reserve a spot for yourself, and then they would get back to you when manufacturing kicked back in. Well, guess what? Manufacturing kicked back in. They contacted me, and yeah, now I'm finally gonna get my damn Steam controller. Finally. I'm very hyped about it. Quite excited. All right, almost done. Sounds like round 2 Steam controllers. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the whole system of, like, reservation, it sounds kind of silly, but that first round of Steam controllers went fucking fast. My brother was lucky enough to get one. I don't know what he did different from me, but he was able to get a Steam controller, and I was able to test it out. I must say, first impressions, it's honestly it's a fun little controller. It was exactly what I thought it would be. Fucking Lioness Tech Tips over here was giving it a pretty low score, I would say. I mean, he was like mostly positive, but I have to say, Mr. Lioness Tech Tips, Lionel Tech Tips, how do I say it? Mr. Tech Tips, whenever he reviews hardware, and to be fair, I guess I've only seen a few reviews of his that actually talk about hardware. Whenever I see it, it is always like the weirdest shit that they complain about. And he made a review. They made a review. It's a team effort. They made a review of the original Steam controller. Look, man, a lot of people did not like that Steam controller. Fine. I am the only one that still loves my Steam controller. Where is it? I love it so much that it's laying under my foot in a heap. No, it's in the living room. I am one of the few people that actually likes the first edition of the Steam controller. But when Lionel's Tech Tip, when they talked about the Steam controller, the first thing that they mentioned was like, oh, it's got plastic on it? What is the purpose of plastic? It was the weirdest complaint I had ever heard. Like the way they phrased it was something like, what is the point of this plastic? And I'm, to this day, I don't know what the hell what they're on about. I assume they mean that the material feels cheap? It sounds very bougie when talking about a game controller, frankly. And then, when they did a review of the Steam Controller 2, the first thing they brought up was, oh, the plastic. They brought it up again. They did it again. There's something about the plastic of the Steam Controller that just does not vibe with Lionel Technip. Technip? Is this what I'm committing myself to? Technip? Yeah, fine. Lionel Technip. I think it's Linus. Linus Tech Tip? I don't know. They have made plenty of videos that I have looked at and been like, you know, oh yeah, this is very nice and informative. And then every now and then, I'll watch one of their hardware reviews where I'm just like, I don't understand half of these complaints. These guys live in a different world from me, where they are just like seeing and observing things I could never. And also, if anyone's curious, their general consensus was that the Steam Controller was quite good. The price did bother them, and I understand that completely. The price is $100 for a controller, and they recommended that there's other controllers out there that are perfectly good and are like $50. There was one controller in particular that was name dropped, and I don't know, I looked at it, and I was like, the Steam Controller is a very specific controller that I want. It has those little trackpad doodads that I don't see any other controllers just casually having. It has a really long range, which is nice for me playing games on my Steam Deck in the living room. My current Steam controller doesn't have a very long reach. And yeah, just overall, it has everything that I personally need for a wireless controller. So, yeah. Yeah. But I suppose that's the point of going and checking out a review. It's like you go there, you hear all of their points, and then you make an informed decision. Or at least that would be the hope. Oh boy, okay. Linus Tech Tips. Yes, that's it. I heard Steam will discontinue physical gift cards. Oh, I wonder why. Is it like, have scams happened a lot? Gift cards often result in like a lot of scam stuff. I'm reminded of Joshua Palmer, creator of Monkey Wrench. He did a review of a drawing tablet and kept the scene where he accidentally blinded himself. Oh, that's funny. What's wrong with the Steam Controller 1? I like it. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I will say, Steam Controller 1, it does have one, in my opinion, glaring issue. It only has one thumbstick. Whereas pretty much every video game nowadays, if you're using a controller, you expect two thumbsticks. Steam was being really experimental with that, and like, I get it. I see where they were going with this. And honestly, the trackpad works really well, but it takes some finessing. I am a guy who will sit down and fuck around with mods for like an hour before I play the actual game. I don't mind doing a little fiddling around with the thumb pad to get to a point where it feels nice and comfortable. I don't care. To me, that's sort of part of the experience, is fiddling around with technology. I find that very fun, personally. Most people do not agree. Most people are like, give me the fucking controller. Let me play right now. I don't want to deal with any of the customization, the fiddling around. That's stupid. No, that's a waste of time. Fuck you. And I must concede. Fair enough. Fair enough. The convenience of pick up and play is pretty important, you know? Because it's the difference between picking up a really great game and having a fun time and giving up and not even trying at all. So fine. But with the Steam Controller 2, you have two thumbsticks. You can just pick up and play. And it feels great. It feels great. I've tried it myself. I will definitely be using it in streams going forward, and probably there I can give more of a concise, on-the-spot review of the controllers, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. A lot of people are mostly excited for the visor, which I'm like, bro, that visor is gonna be thousands of dollars. I'm not even like, I'm not even trying to pretend like I'm gonna get that thing right out the gate. But some people are. Some people just got the money. Like, I'm astounded. Matter of fact, there was a friend of mine whom I was gushing about the Steam controller with, and he, I think, told me straight up something to the effect of like, you know, oh yeah, well, the Steam visor is what I want. I think I'll just buy that. And hey, fair enough, fair enough. A really good VR headset does sound pretty enticing if you can put the money down for it. Okay. Cha-cha-cha. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Boom. There. I love you, Krita. I love you so much. I love that you're free. Krita, I love that you're free, but you also, like, don't compromise on being a good drawing program. That is something I was not expecting from you. You actually do a pretty wonderful job. So, well done, Krita. I think nowadays, a lot of people are relying on Clip Studio, which, by the way, absolutely, like, no shade at all to people that use Clip Studio. I use Clip Studio for the greater part of my life. I, just for personal reasons, decided to start using Krita instead. But Clip Studio is, like, a fantastic program. So, you know, either or, anything other than using Adobe, I guess is where I'm at. Wait. I get it. Okay. And then... Yes. Yes! Yes! Yeah, the gift card being dropped was due to scams, which, sad. Yeah, I was thinking it's probably due to scams. Oh, well. That's crazy because, to pay for my Steam controller, I used a gift card that my brother gave me for my birthday. It was like a gift card that was exactly the right amount of money. But yeah, I guess they don't. I guess they don't do that anymore. That's kind of a shame. How are you going to integrate your Steam wallet? Because for a while, the Steam wallet held your gift card money. I guess it will just. You just got to put money in yourself. Oh well. I guess what this means is I can't gift people Steam gift cards anymore. Okay. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. No. Nice. Nice. I got it done. I got almost all of them done for the night. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a lot of line art that I had to get out of the way, so thank you. Thank you for sticking around while I did this. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Oh my god. Ugh. I am so glad to be done. Because my neck is tired. Digital gift cards. Oh. I don't know. I'm just assuming it's like buying gift cards online and then they just send you the code to be redeemed via email. Also, huzzah. Yeah. All right. I think that's it for me. Tomorrow I will stream a game. I'm not sure which. Might be funny mouse game. We will see. Thanks for coming around. It was a delight. My God, they just keep playing Wild Arms games. I'm gonna go lie down and rest my back. No broken neck. I'm gonna rest me old poor neck. It's like 8 at night now. Things are cooling off finally. Woo! Stop this. Stop. Oh. Bye-bye. That was a relaxing stream. Hell yeah.